Hey there, I'm Andy, founder of BookProofs, wedding and commercial photographer for 15 years. Today I'm going to tell you a little bit about the story of BookProofs and how it came to be. When I first started using competing software products for album design, they started off as being a one-time purchase, but they quickly, over the years, morphed into all of a sudden now it's a subscription. The original software stops working as the operating system upgrades. So you kind of just got sucked into a subscription for desktop software. At the same time, there's a lack of apparent innovation. And when you take all of those things in combination with one another, at that point, it becomes fully unacceptable to me. The first thing that I tried to do is to just look and see what other software products were out there. I found that every one of them had one of these problems. Either it was a subscription, bloated, overly complicated, cloud-based, missing features that I would expect as a working professional, and also just overall the lack of a modern UI, lack of dark mode, for example, which as working photographers, that's probably something that we want when we're working late at night on these things. So I decided to build my way out. At first, I had a super janky version of what we now know as BookProofs that really was just for me and my purposes. But then I realized I'm probably not the only one that feels this issue, and maybe I can help other photographers escape. And at that time, I had only the slightest idea of what I was actually getting myself into. 2.5 years later, and a month after launch, and I'm still building. Now, there were times that I almost quit. And in particular, I can think of templates. There was a point about halfway through the project that I realized that in order to finish this thing, I was going to need to create thousands of templates. There are workarounds where you can do some things where you're not using templates, but it doesn't offer photographers, professional photographers, in my opinion, the full creative control that you need. So when I realized that I had to do thousands of templates across multiple aspect ratio books in order for it to meet my expectations, I started doing the math on how long this was going to take, and it really almost broke me. But I have the belief that if you're going to do something, you fully do it and you fully commit. And in today's world, there's really not a lot of excuses for not being able to do the things that you want to do because we have these incredible resources available to us. So at the end of the day, what we now have with BookProofs Designer, the desktop software, is it's not a subscription, it's not bloated, it's not overly complicated, it's not cloud-based, it's not missing features that I would expect as a professional, and it has a modern UI with dark mode. All of these things that I was looking for in album design software that didn't exist when I was trying to get out of a subscription. And really, I do have the understanding that when you're designing an album, the last thing that you want to be doing is thinking about your album design software. You want it just to work and do the thing. BookProofs was designed in this way to make it as easy as possible for you to design the book, get a beautiful product to your clients, and then move on. So if any of this resonates with you, BookProofs.com, try the free demo. There's no strings attached to it. And whether or not you're an existing user of BookProofs or you're somebody that's just interested, feel totally free to reach out to me for a call, to answer any questions that you might have, or just to provide you a demo. I'm happy to hop on a call with you at any time.